Hey YouTube, today we're going to cut into the midsection of the $10 boat. Stick with me. Welcome to my life. All right, so I've been looking at this boat for quite some time, and I'm pretty sure what I'm going to do is just cut across here and then up and across, and that allows me access to get all the wood out of the sleeves and then determine what I'm going to do from there. I'll probably come down even further. We'll see. I'm not sure later. There is foam, flotation foam, which I'd have to chop out if I decide to go lower than that. I think the biggest thing is that I make sure that I get good adhesive all around when I slide those boards in and place them in there, because there's going to be one right inside here, right there. There's going to be the plywood, 3/4 inch plywood there, and then of course the railing that goes along there, which I think I'm going to use cedar for that, because that's what I found here locally. We'll see when we get in here. It'll give us a better sight picture of what we're dealing with, and we'll go from there. All right, let's get to work. All right, so you have to admit that was pretty wild, but you can sure get a good view in here now, huh? So you have this one, which looks pretty solid up there. So I don't know how far the rot goes down there, right? And it goes down, and it looks like it goes back up on the other side of that, so it might support the upper deck down there. So we'll have to kind of check that out. And then this one here, you got kind of cut through on both sides. I don't know what used to be there. And then you got this pipe. I guess it allows, I don't know, it's kind of weird how that's in there, but I guess that's a water pump here. And that must be, well, that's the live well. Oh, there's a water tank, fresh water tanks up there. Yep, okay. I don't know what this is, but I like how it just ends right there. That's scary. So there's been some work done in here, huh? I'm thinking. Yeah. All right. Well, that shows me a lot of stuff. Guess I can get to everything. I should do whatever I can to do. And it looks like a lot of these have been replaced. I don't know. They look in good shape. I don't like that. Oh, there. Look at this. Huh. Yeah, I think there should be a tube going from there to there. What a joke. Those little plastic things. I don't know why anybody would even use that crap. So we definitely need to work on that to get that out to there. Hook that back up. Well, that's weird. Well, not even drains, because it's the exit is higher than the exit is higher than the dang tub, the live well tub. So where would it drain? I mean, it's going to go uphill into that. That's weird. That doesn't even make sense to me. So I wonder how far that rod actually goes. So I guess as we cut this open, we're going to know more and more as we go back, right? But it's very interesting, because like that up there is definitely solid. You can see it solid, and it looks solid in these holes. So the rot probably ends somewhere right in here. That's probably as far as it's gotten. I don't know. Maybe we can find that and cut it off and just replace the end. It's hard to say. Maybe it's just all the, I don't know. So I guess, as much as I don't want to chip all this out, I may be chipping those two tubs out. Not much in the center though, so it won't be as bad chipping through the center. this is really interesting. You know, I'm trying to figure out exactly what I'm gonna do here. But I think I'm gonna chop all this out, and all this out. Come to this back wall, epoxy my board against that wall, epoxy my board against that wall, and then fiberglass it on, and then it's gonna be tough here. Get this stringer to do the inside. You know, I'm basically gonna go. There is a little bit past that wall. The stringer goes on past that wall. I'm basically gonna try to clean that out the best I can and just shove it up in there. So I might have to get a 1/2 inch board to go here on each side, and then the plywood over that. But it looks like I'm gonna have time to figure that out because it looks like it's gonna be a lot of work here. So I gotta basically cut this whole cabin out and all the foam inside of it, and then pull this inner fiberglass off. And then of course we'll use this as the stopping point, and we'll work our way from this way forward, or this way in. That wind is going, I hope you can hear me. But basically we'll work from this side piece here, we'll epoxy to that, and then put our board in and work our way this way. And then we'll come back, fill these cavities back in with foam after we get the new fiberglass in. Yeah. So we're gonna quite the job. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's gonna be fun. Yeah, so I don't really know what to do next. Do I start cutting on this, or do I start ripping this out, or finish ripping this out, or whatever? I don't know. So I don't know. I don't want to make too much of a mess up there because I don't want to be doing a lot of work up there. But I guess I got to get all that foam off there and down to the fiberglass so that I can fiberglass my new pieces on it. So it's gonna be a job. There's gonna be a lot of work underneath here, which is in cramped quarters. I thought this was cramped. Now this doesn't seem cramped at all. It seems like there's lots of room in here. So I think that's my best bet. There is another third stringer over there. I don't think I'm going to dig my way to that. Whether it's good or not, I don't know. The tops look good, but so did the tops on the other stuff, right? So who knows what condition it's in. I know these are going to be rotted at least halfway back, and I don't know the condition of that one over there. And I know this end's rotted, so it's probably rotted all the way back, I'm assuming. I don't know how. Well, what we'll do when we get to that, probably cut it right there and then put the plywood that's going underneath tight against it so it holds the weight of it. But we'll figure that out as we get closer. We got to get demo in before we can get restoring, right? All right, looks like the camera battery died, so I don't know what I have and what I don't have. Sorry, my hair's a mess because I've been wearing all that stuff. Not that my hair is ever good, but so basically I cut the bottom of this channel out now, so that's gone. And then I'm going to start on this side and cut this out. I think my goal today is just to get this inner piece out, and then I'll make the next attempt, which will be to pull this off, pull all the foam out, and pull this off, and then that's where I'll start building back from there inside out. So I've got to get a drill, a long drill or something, and try to get as much wood out of here as I can too, so I can slide the wood in here. We'll figure that out. All right, try to get this side off. So that's interesting. I left the boat to go get the vacuum cleaner, and my boat's sinking. There's water in there. So it must have been when I hit this. I was trimming around it. I must have broke it. But it must be clogged. So I'm kind of glad I broke it. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. I'll reconnect it or whatever later. Put new pipe anyway. Probably better anyway. It's only 1.25 inches. All right, YouTube, I'm itchy. I'm tired. My back hurts. I've been crawling in this hole all day. I know it doesn't look like I've done much, but yeah, we got the sides cut out on both sides and then trimmed down, and I cleaned this up, of course. The foam's all cracked out of it, so it's a big job. But next we'll cut this one out, pull that foam, and then cut the other side of that fiberglass, and then that's where we'll start rebuilding back in. It'll give us a pretty good structure. I'd like to get to the far one and just check it, but I don't know how to do it without tearing all that foam out and making big holes in it, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Not sure yet. So let me know what you think, because this is definitely interesting. I wonder how far I should tear it back. I would be interested in your comments. I'm the kind of guy that it's not a money thing. It's more like restoring the past or something. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I know that I'm wasting money. I got that. Well, I don't think it's wasting money, but I get what people would say by that. I really don't have that much money into it yet. So I think I'm about $800 I spent on the transom, and then I think about another $800 for the wood that I bought to redo this piece so far. I'll have to buy the expanding foam. I've already ordered the resin. I think that's about it. So I'll be about $1,000 in on that. So there's about $1,800 total to get us to this point if this is all the damage that I end up doing. So we'll see. I mean, I may end up going to that third stringer over there. I've been thinking about it. This side will be a little rougher because you got the water tank on it and a pump on it and a bunch of other stuff in there on it. So this side would really be really tough to get to. That side would be easier to get to. But I don't know. What do you think? I mean, we got a big hole now. If I end up going to the third stringer, then I can really open up this wall right here up to that third stringer, and then that gives me way farther in to work on this, because I could just glue to this side and then laminate, you know, and then fiberglass down, tab it down, and then put this wall in, you know, and then put foam in there, and then come to this wall, tab it in, foam in there, and then that leads me into here. Hey YouTube! Hey, it's another, well, probably a week has gone by, I guess, and it's a balmy 58 degrees, the sun is shining. It's been raining for like 2 days, the lake is flooded, matter of fact, it's flowing like a river right now. But we're gonna get back on this since it's nice and warm, and get cutting. It ain't gonna be easy, that's for sure, but the idea today is to cut this out, chip that stuff out, cut this out, chip that stuff out, and then cut that board out on the far side, all the way up to the wall. And then we'll start there and fiberglass that board in and work our way out, back out, right? All right, well, let's get busy. Alright, so it's coming along pretty good. I know that when you guys watch this, it'll look like 2.5 seconds worth of stuff, probably 2 minutes. But it probably was about an hour, I don't know. But we got the first layer out there. I didn't take this stuff off because I'm just going to cut across the bottom and cut across there, and then take this piece out, of course. And then we'll make it to the next chamber. Do the same thing again to that back piece of wood. And we'll go from there. What a mess, huh? It's not going to get any easier. And well, it's foam and it sounds like it's no big deal, and it is not really a big deal, but it actually wears you out chipping away at that, because you're laying on your side swinging at weird angles and stuff. So it is exhausting, I ain't gonna lie. Of course, I'm retired and out of shape, so that doesn't help. But we're getting it, you know. It's going to be a challenge making this interesting for you, though. I mean, you can see my progress, and I guess that's cool, but you're gonna be like, well, it's more of the same, because it is. All right, let's do more of the same. It's probably tighter in here than it looks, for sure. I don't know, these wide cameras are deceiving.
my Lord, watch me sway. Darkness falls and we all pray, hoping for the light of day. Down to the river I have held the devil's hand, felt the weight of my own sin, burdened by the heart of man. Down to the river, down to the river. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, say, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek. Mama taught me how to live, Daddy taught me how to give. Both of them had their own sins. Down to the river, every man has felt the shame. All our love, it earns the same. Father, hear us as we pray. Down to the river, down to the river, sing, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, singing, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek. Oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, going down deep, sing, oh, bury me, carry me, oh, far beneath, oh, fire and water me, washing me clean, kerosene creek, yeah. Oh, kerosene creek, down to the river, yeah. Down to the river.
Alright, so it's been a couple hours and we've been going to town. It's coming along. So we got the fiberglass, the wood, fiberglass, the foam, the fiberglass, the wood, fiberglass, the foam. And we're to that floor stringer now. I am going to work on this. I'm going to cut this out, even though that's solid wood up there, which surprises me. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. We may end up doing a solid piece here. I don't know how to get this flipped in here. We may be able to do it, but we'll see. I'd like that to be a long piece. I mean, it used to come to here and stop. So this was the break, but I'm not sure if we'll do it that way or what we'll do. We'll figure that out when we get there, I guess. But I want to cut this out, this side out, and then of course that's rotted underneath there, I'm sure. I want to cut those even with the bulkhead here, and I want to take this out. At least we're seeing signs of wood that's not rotted now. That's the first, so that's good. But I see rot up in there, so I don't know what we're going to do up in there. We'll figure that out as we go, but it's kind of where we're at now. All right, well, I don't know what else to say other than let me get back to work, get this sucker cut out of here, get these cut flush, and then cut this off. It's going to be nasty in here for a while, but we're getting there. And we'll do this other side, because I'm not looking forward to that side though. It's got all the junk in it, the pump and the water and all that stuff. So, but we'll take it one step at a time like we have all along, and we'll do what we can do. All right, let's get busy. All right, so we got the fiberglass off this side over here, the end and the front. So we basically just need to chip on the foam again, which I probably will try to do today, but I think I'm about spent for the day. We got a long way. I mean, we got this whole side dug out, and we got this end dug out. We got a little trim to do on that stuff. There's a lot of cleanup there to do, but we got the main part out, right? So I'm gonna chip at this and then probably call that a day, because when I start that I need to sport that pump and that water tank in there and all that. So that's kind of where I'm at. Still trying to think about what to do up here. Thinking about putting a PVC pipe on the vacuum cleaner and just shoving it in there and trying to clean out those things and put a slide wood up in there, but that's where I'm at right now. We'll see what I end up doing though. I mean, who knows? Who knows? Heck, I didn't have a clue I'd be doing all this. So this is definitely going way farther than I ever thought it was going to go. right, YouTube, that's gonna be it for today. We got quite a ways. We got her all cleaned up here, but got the two sections out on this side up to the third wall, and then we got the first section out on this side. We're still on the first wall. There's quite a bit to this side. We're gonna have to move the water tank and the water pump and all that stuff to do more, but I think that's pretty good for one day. I am beat, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm tired and fiberglassed up, a little itchy, so I gotta get a shower, but coming along great. So out of the blue, a guy named Paul hit me up in the comments, and you can go look at it yourself, but it said, hey, hit me up, I'd like to sponsor you. So I hesitantly emailed the guy, and I look him up, whatever, and it turns out he's the owner of Patriot Marine Fabrication, and these dudes build fuel tanks. So Paul is going to hook me up with a fuel tank for the old Grady White. I'll put the link to Paul's internet site in the links below, so check that out. Go look at his website, it's pretty cool. He's even updated it. Pretty neat what those guys do, but they fabricate fuel tanks for all kinds of boats. And when I talked to him, he was already telling me, I was measuring the sizes and stuff. He knew exactly what I had in this and came up with some pretty cool ideas. So more to come on that. We're going to travel up there and check out his facility when we pick the tanks up. But I'm pretty excited about that because it was going to be a showstopper for a bit for me to have to buy a fuel tank. So pretty neat stuff coming. Of course, as you know, we got to figure out what we're going to do because we keep getting in more and more rot. I know people are going to say I need to pull the top off, but I'm telling you, after reading the comments about ripping the boat apart, just tearing it up, taking it apart, I don't want to do that. Even if I have to keep chopping my way around the side to replace the stringers that way, that's what I'll do before I'll pull the top. So we'll see. I mean, you know, we're starting to hit good wood, so that's promising, but man, there hasn't even been any wood. I don't even know where the wood's going, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't know, do you think it had termites or something? I don't know, but the wood doesn't even seem to be there. I mean, there is wood breaking down, but golly, you'd think it would still be there, just be disintegrated or whatever. But anyway, I appreciate you guys joining me. I know this is going to get repetitious, me cutting and hammering and chipping and cutting and hammering and chipping, but this is what it takes to redo a boat this way. Not that it's the right way, but you know, a lot of times you wonder when those YouTubers, they flashed there it was, and then now it's done. You wonder what they did, and you're not going to wonder what I did. You're going to see it. So of course it's going to be fast, but you're still going to see it. All right, well, thanks again for joining me. I appreciate you guys. Please, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and please watch 30 seconds of the commercial so I get credit for that, so I can get some cash going so we can pay for this wood and this fiberglass that I'm going to need. If you watch 30 seconds, I get credit, so I appreciate you. I know there's a lot of commercials sometimes. I get it. But thanks for supporting me, and that's a good free way to do it. I'm thinking about starting a Patreon. I don't know if there's any interest in that. Let me know if you're interested in that. The thing about Patreon is you're supposed to give the audience more, and I don't know what to give because I don't have t-shirts or hats or anything yet. I guess that comes at the 10,000 mark. When we get 10,000 subscribers, I guess that opens up for me to be eligible to start doing t-shirts and hats and all that stuff. So we'll see how that merchandise. So we'll see how that goes. We're at 9,000 something last time I checked. So we got over the 9,000 mark for subscribers, and I do appreciate that. All right, and again, see you next week. Hey everybody, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, Shots Life, on YouTube.